Okay, this is truly Freaky Friday, right? It's completely Freaky Friday. There's some really freakish things that have been going on, and I'm going to list them all one by one. First, I'm going to tell you that you're watching Cricbuzz live in association with our fantasy partner, My 11 Circle. That's not the freaky bit. The show's not freaky. You watching us is not freaky as being here. That's not. The freaky thing is that before this game began, we did score predictions, and Shaun Pollock said 235. In the UAE, this leg of the tournament, you would have been perfectly within your rights to be thinking that maybe Paulie's not thinking before speaking, or maybe today, he had a couple of glasses with lunch. I don't know. Could have thought a few things. But now Joy and me are thinking that he knows. He thinks. He can see the future. Because getting it so spot on can only mean one thing, Joy. This is not a guess. This is not coincidence. This is enemy action bordering on conspiracy.
Absolutely. And I think just after this show is over, I'm going to call him and get stock tips for tomorrow. Because he's got that time machine.
When the stock market is closed. Are you going to get it for the day the stock market is closed? That's Saturday. Take them for Monday, please.
Monday.
All I want to say about it is, Joy, you should just be scared about what I'm going to predict about how much SRH are going to get. That's where I'd be worried about.
Look, I'm an India supporter. Two fantastic India players have scored well.
Of course you are. But I mean, here's also the thing that, Paulie spent a lot of time with Mumbai. So obviously there's a little bit of the heart there. Joy spent so much time with Kolkata. So a little bit of the heart is there. So, as much as they want to be neutral, they can't be as neutral as me, because the thing is that I have pretty much worked with all teams and taken money from all of them. So I am loyal to all of them. That's how you do it. That's the trick. But today your loyalty, if you enjoyed this, then definitely your loyalty was not with Hyderabad, because this has been just one-way traffic. 235. Mammoth by Mumbai. Look at that. 2 innings there, which are just a class apart. Class I. ISHAN Kishan, 84 of 32. And then a lot of it is in the power play, right? Not taking anything away from him, but that just makes what Surya has done even more special, because he's done it completely out of the power play. Coming in at 5, gets 82 of 40. The first thing, Joy, as you said, these innings are important for Mumbai, but more important for Indians.
Absolutely. And spectacular numbers. And exactly what you said. I mean, Ishan in the first part, still, 2 fielders out. He was getting the ball. The ball was harder. What Surya did in the end. And remember one more thing. The other batsmen are not. Look at that. Ishan, 32 balls, 262.5. He set the platform. He set the ball rolling, saying that, okay, this is how we can score it. And he was fearless. Their policy was obviously Rohit giving him strike. Do you know something? No other Mumbai batsmen other than these two have a strike rate of more than 150. All the rest of them are below that. Rohit is the best with 13 of 18 of 13 balls. I mean, these two guys played stratospherically above everyone else who was there. It's stunning.
Yeah,
it's stunning
and when you get one guy striking at 205 and the other guy striking at 262, and both of them getting 165, 66 odd runs between them, the rest becomes pretty easy for the others, because they played 72 balls, which means you're leaving 50 balls for the others, and they've not done too badly as well. But this just sublime from both of them, Paulie. It really was. This was not dirty, sluggish hitting, right? Some cross-batted, yes, from Ishan, but a lot, at least, of Surya was really some sublime shot making from both of them, especially Surya.
Yeah, I think it's as good as it gets. To get a score of 230 odd, you can have the guys play well, and both of them played superbly. I think the Mumbai Indians fans out there would go, oh, if only we could just divide it in half and take one of those performances in the other games earlier on in the tournament. That would have got us over the line. But it just shows you their abilities. The fact that one of them, Ishan Kishan, had to be left out because he was showing no form, and they probably even considered Suryakumar at one stage because he had that run of 4 bad games. therein lies the frustration, because we know what they're capable of, and we've just seen a display of exactly what they can and can't do. So, superb batting, and that's what's given them maybe half a hope.
Let's look at for Hyderabad. There wasn't much hope when it came to the bowling. Yes, Holder did get 4 wickets, and he was like, "Yeah, all right, thanks, man, but I've gone for a half century of my 3. Hasn't even bowled 4 overs." But yes, then I'm going to get both of you in. Abhishek Sharma bowls 1 over, takes 2 wickets. Right, he gets Pollard and Neesham, 2 of the biggest hitters in the business. He bowls 4 dot balls, gives away only 4 runs, and we don't see him again with the ball. Joy, this is just absurd.
Yeah, look, I think the only explanation I can think of is that one is that at the point at which they bowled him, they decided that after 10 they couldn't risk him anymore. I mean, that can be the only reason not to bowl him. They bowled him in the 13th, right? So in the 13th over, they bowled him. They got results, and then they said 14, 15, Pollard in, big hitters in. Suppose he goes for 4 sixes. Not that the others didn't go for 3 or 4 sixes.
No, Pollard he got. So Pollard and
He got Pollard out.
2 wickets he got.
No,
he got
that's what I'm
Pollard
saying.
out. Yeah, so that's the over that he's bowled. He's got Pollard caught Jason
Pollard
Roy. He's got Neesham caught Nabi, which means that then there's Surya and Krunal at the crease, right? And Surya is just going absolutely berserk on the other side. Polly, it's your best chance. The guy who's got Pollard and Neesham. Give him the ball for another over.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't make sense on a hat-trick as well. I mean, everyone else was disappearing. So you probably couldn't have done any worse, but the track record of his 1 over would show you that he's actually done better. And he must be feeling pretty confident. And, you know, the batters that come in and think, oh, he's picked up 2 wickets, let's maybe have a look for a ball or 2. So, it's going to leave us slightly puzzled as to why he didn't get that extra over at least.
Are we as puzzled as the rest of the Hyderabad bowlers were?
Definitely.
Yeah, we are. Because they were today. If you show these figures again, you see all of them have gone for double digits, except Abhishek, of course, who bowled his 1 over 4 and didn't bowl another. But there you go. Nabi's gone for 33 in his 3. Sid Kaul's gone for 56 in his 4. 52 for Jason Holder. Jason Holder did bowl 4. Sorry, I said 3 before. He's bowled 4. Umran Malik has also bowled his 4, 48. Bowled some really quick ones, but you know, Joy, what they say, the quicker you come, the quicker you go. And ISHAN and Surya are on form like that.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what Shaun is also saying, that when the ball is softer, let the guys hit the ball hard. They have to hit it for it to go. If you know players like Arman Malik and all are giving them pace on the ball, they're giving them something. And I thought he bowled very well. The kid bowled really well. He pinged him in the helmet also once. I thought he was impressive, but against a guy who's as experienced as Suryakumar, some of the shots Surya played, Surya, what he does very well towards the end is he manipulates the field very well. He'll hit you behind square and he'll keep pushing the fielder, and then he'll make that back gap, he can sweep you. Then he'll hit you over off, basically use that gap, and then when you move the he'll go above mid off. So that's what his strength is, that he can manipulate. He's thinking of where to hit the ball. And he's thinking, okay, if I do that, this is what the bowler is going to do. And he said, okay, then I'm going to go and try this shot. And that's what he's so much better at than most of the others. I mean, he does that beautifully.
They have to now. Sorry, Polly, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just going to say, it does seem to me, though, when I have a look at the way they went about their business and the way they bowled, that maybe last game of the tournament, not too much video analysis being done, not too much planning with regards to where they want to be bowling. I mean, Suryakumar, we know how strong he is in certain areas. He loves the paddle. You don't give him people up at short 45 because you know he's going to flick it over there. You also don't give him people up in third man. You know where he's going to go. And then his other strength is over extra cover long off. So, yeah, not the best bowling. I mean, I wasn't impressed with most of the bowling the whole way through, except for Abhishek Sharma, who just bowled that 1 over. But it did tend to maybe get the idea of our tournament's done. Let's go. We've won our last game before this. Let's just go and enjoy ourselves and play as best we can without too much intricate detail in planning.
Okay, so let me tell you what Mumbai needs to do to overtake Kolkata and get that 4th queue spot. They need to get Hyderabad. They need to skittle them. I think you can use the word skittle because it's 65, right? They need to skittle them for less than 65. Joy, how do you feel about that? I mean, Hyderabad has been skittled a few times before in this tournament. Do you think
I think
that?
they've been.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a chance. I mean, for them to get 235 in a pitch on a situation when nobody was getting above 227 was the highest in this version of this edition of the game, and to do it the way they did it, I think it's possible, but very, very difficult. Because see, what you need to do basically is that you need to just keep bowling your best bowlers. You can't basically, if you're going to say that, okay, Bumrah is my best bowler, he's got the best chance, so these are the two guys who can get wickets. You just need to keep bowling them, because if it goes till the 12th over, it looks very unlikely that they'll be able to win this match. So they've got to say that, look, we've got to break their back in 10 overs.
Yeah. I think you're trying to head down the route of a prediction, aren't you? No, come on. I mean, there's no way. It looks like a really good surface as well. There's no way you can bowl the team out for under 65. I'm sure Bumrah will take the new ball. Bolt will try and swing it, and everyone will try and play their part. But to bowl them out for under 65, sure. Then I really am glad that I've worked today, because this will be something spectacular to behold.
Polly, Lord Polly, soothsayer, crystal ball gazer into the future. What do you see in your fancy binoculars, future binoculars? What do you see?
I'm saying 36.
You're saying they'll be out for 36.
I didn't say that. I just said 36.
You just said a random number. I just said 36.
No. Yeah.
Are you predicting my age? What's going on here? My
36
IQ.
after the power play.
36 after the power play. You just said it's a good batting surface.
I did say 36, not 34-6, by the way.
I'm just saying.
All
Right, but here's what I'm thinking. Like 36 is kind of no man's land, right? Because either they're gonna just go for it and say, let's have some fun, right? Jason Roy, I think Abhishek's come out to open with him. They're gonna have some fun and say, come on, let's try and get the score, which means they're gonna get to around 50, 52 in the power play, or they're gonna be like 4 wickets down and like 25. So, which is why I'm not getting this kind of 30. They're not going to bat conservatively in the power play unless they lose 3 wickets. So that's why I think, well, you never know. Maybe this is just Shaun Pollock's decoy. He's just trying to prove that he's mortal and that he can't really see the future, so he can keep all those stock tips to himself. I think I know what he's doing. All right. So, Joy, what's your prediction? Power play. Mine's 52. He's 36. Do you want to just...
Yeah, actually, I'll stay in between 45. But my point is that in some ways, Jason Roy and Abhishek Sharma are going to play for something that is very, very important to them. That's
Auction.
next year's IPL contract. Yes, next year's IPL auction. Yeah? And what better team to do it against than the team everyone wants to, play for, Mumbai. Impress Mumbai by playing well against them, and you've got yourself a very, very good chance. I have a feeling they're going to bat really seriously. Every guy who's going to come into bat is going to bat seriously. If Mumbai get early wickets, the game will be on. But yeah, I mean, I remember the score of 49 is the lowest IPL score. I can't see 50, 65. There's a 58 in there somewhere. There's another 50.
Oh, I've said more than that in the power play. So, wow. If that happens, that's going to be very interesting. All right, before we go, we want to tell you guys about something very special that we're doing during the playoffs. It is called Match Party, and in Russia, they call it Match Party. The party begins on the 10th of October, 7:15 p.m. And these are the people you have there, some dear friends, some old friends. Shaimi, of course, you can see Joy there, Bharat, Sundaresan, there's Mayur, Abhijit, there's Manish Batavia, of course, and these guys are going to have quite a party. And Joy, Shaun, and I have a question: is that why haven't we been invited?
Apparently, you guys are going to be invited as well. I just sneaked in there. I tried to. I offered to dye my hair. I promise you, I offered to dye my hair and sort of slip in there. Electric pink or something. They said white hair is cool. White is apparently the new pink. That's what they say.
White is the new pink. What is this? Is this a sequel to Orange is the New Black? White is the new pink.
You guys are just not with it. Yeah, you're not following.
Sorry,
this
we're
thing,
trying.
fashion
Pop
trends.
culture. We have no idea. We have no idea. But we have a more important question before we accept your invitation. Will there be drinks?
It's spelled Party. Is it spelled CLASS? No, it's not. No? It's Party.
Okay. So is that a really long way to say yes? All right. If it's yes, then Polly and me are in. Yeah? Then we're in. Yeah? All right. We're in. You know, nothing gets us to places more than the words open bar. Think about it. Right now, we got to close this bar and see if Mumbai can really raise the bar and geez, I'm on a roll here. Well done. And if they can get Kolkata out of the race and actually put themselves here for the fourth queue. It's going to be a long one, but if it happens, it's really going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over on Cricbuzz Combox, unless Mumbai can just get Hyderabad out in 8 overs, and then we'll just come back with Cricbuzz Live. Big thank you to Shaun Pollock and Joy Bhattacharya. I'm Gaurav Kapur. You were watching Cricbuzz Live in association with our fantasy partner, My 11 Circle.